Meghan Ottolini and Justin Turpin from Patriots training camp, and it was a day when the Patriots were back in shorts and shells, but we got a nice look at the continued chemistry brewing between Drake Maye and Stefon Diggs. Boy, do they love him on these crossing routes.
They love him on these crossing routes. I always said that yesterday. It was one of the plays of the day was the crossing route he had and scored a touchdown. I had him at team high 3 catches today. A lot of Pop Douglas as well, who's also emerged as one of Drake Maye's favorite receivers here in training camp. And Kyle Williams as well. And then he had the play of the day today on the go route up the sideline. Drake Maye put it right in between his arms for a touchdown. Feels like that connection's heating up a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely a focus on a little bit more passing, but you did see Ramondre Stevenson, I think, doing a good job picking up some of the blocking there as well. So I think Ramondre Stevenson continues to have a really strong training camp so far. It's early and it's always tougher to judge in shorts and shells, but a lot of the focus has to be on the offensive line because the shuffling continues. Today we saw Ben Brown primarily snapping to Drake Maye in the competitive periods with Drake under center, and Jared Wilson still getting some very high-level reps with Cole Strange bumped down a little bit.
I would have thought Jared Wilson moved over to center. That's kind of what I was expecting today, and I thought it was interesting that Cole Strange was bumped off the line completely. Obviously, Bradbury wasn't here, so you needed to fill a center, but Ben Brown was their third stringer going into today, so it was interesting to see him getting those starter reps. It feels like that's more of a placeholder, and they're going to kind of address what happens. They brought in someone new today from BC, Alec Lindstrom, I believe his name was.
Number 61, if you're attending camping, you want to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, Alec Lindstrom, BC guy, local guy that they brought in. I don't think he was terrible in his one-on-one opportunities. Didn't get a whole bunch of them, but I thought he looked good, held his own. So we'll see. I think the Ben Brown thing feels more of a placeholder to me.
I'm going to let you go off on number 66 because I know in watching those one-on-ones over in the corner here, you had a lot of thoughts about what you were seeing from him.
Yeah, it was a tough day for Will Campbell today, and he's had kind of an up and down camp. I say sometimes, some days he's been better than others. I will give him credit. He turned it up towards the end. The final 2 periods, he was much better, but Caleb Von Chasen got him twice in the team periods, and for two plays that would have been sacks, another play that would have been a quarterback hit, and Braden Swinson got him pretty bad on an inside move on the one-on-ones as well. So not a great day for Will Campbell, and again, we've talked about it in these videos. It's just he's under so much pressure, so much scrutiny. Like everyone's breaking down. Here we are breaking down what the left tackle's doing in one-on-ones. Like that's just the situation he's in, but definitely probably one of his worst days today in training camp.
Baptism by fire, as we like to say. On the injury watch, Christian Gonzalez, once again, not a participant today. Mike Vrabel before practice said don't expect to see him out here this week. Morgan Moses was out there, and as you noted, we didn't see Garrett Bradbury, so some things to watch there.
And Morgan Moses was a full participant,
yes,
and he had been limited for most of training camp so far. Good to see him out there the whole time. And I thought he did a good job today. All in all, the offensive line wasn't perfect. Like there was a lot of times that Drake was under pressure, but I thought he handled it well. Was pretty efficient on the day. Drake Maye, that is, really checking down taking what was available for him, and I thought he did good today.
Okay, well, we're hoping to be back in pads tomorrow. Don't know if Joe Mazzulla of the Boston Celtics will be back tomorrow. He was at practice today. Interesting to me that he picked a practice when they weren't really hitting because there were no pads. Doesn't really feel like his taste in our experience.
That's why I think he was down by the D-line and the linebackers the entire time. He didn't want to watch the passing camp with the receivers and the tight ends. He was watching those guys on the sled for majority of practice, but he's done that before. He did it last year with Jerod Mayo as well, where some of the Celtics coaches will come by.
And Mike Vrabel went out to Celtics practice.
Yes, he did. We saw him right before the playoffs, and I like how Vrabel pointed out before in his media availability that him and Joe are varying personalities, and that's to say the least. They are very much different in their coaching styles and their personalities, so I thought that was funny.
All right, well, keep watching. We will be back with you tomorrow after what we hope will be a practice back in pads.